Yeah. Thanks so much for making time in your busy schedule. I understand you have been elected as the new chairman of the Euroseeds Maize and Sorghum section. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And what would you say are the main challenges with these two crops? Let's start with maize.
Yes, after spending 35 years of my professional life
35.
dealing
Wow.
with corn, I have been learning to love it. Corn is a fantastic crop.
Mm-hmm.
It takes advantage from the huge investment from the seeds companies.
Okay.
And for the challenge for this crop, I see two challenges.
Mm-hmm.
The first point is competitiveness, and second point is sustainability.
Okay.
Competitiveness, I would say, this is for all the segments, for all the territories. Sustainability is talking about climate change, about Green Deal, about farm to fork, about biodiversity.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The seeds can be the solution, as you know.
Yeah, sure.
According to the huge possibilities and the powerful technologies like genomics and like data technologies.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, let's get the freedom to innovate, the freedom to dare, and the freedom to adapt on a resilient and holistic approach.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think very, very well spoken. I'm convinced that the new technologies will very much help and be a key to the sustainability question.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and we just need the freedom to operate from the European Commission. I think they are heavily working on that, and once that will happen, I'm sure you, as the breeders, will have more tools in the toolbox, as they say.
Yes.
So those were the challenges for maize. Then we go to the lesser-known cousin, sorghum. What would you say are the challenges in sorghum?
It's simple. The challenge for sorghum, this is the size. In fact, sorghum represents a small surface in Europe in terms of global acreage. So it represents only 1% of the global acreage in the world. So the challenge is to onboard all the stakeholders. Mm-hmm. I mean, the breeders, the producers, even the consumers, the processors, even the traders, in order to promote and to support the crop. When we are able to develop it a bit more, then the status of sorghum will change in Europe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is great. I like the crop because it has a lot of potential, and I really hope that it can grow in Europe. But for sorghum, I see a lot of room for growth because it's relatively unknown. But I think that the market for corn is quite saturated. Is there still room for growth for corn?
Yeah, for sure. In fact, the consumption is still growing about 1% per year.
Wow.
Production will come a bit from the surface increase, but mainly by the productivity increase. And here we touch again what we said before about competitiveness of corn compared to the other crop, but also compared to the other countries. But when we have access to the tools, to the means, with reasonable legal and the trade policies, then we have no reason to stop that success story.
If we come back to corn, you say it is still a relatively small crop. You said it was 1% of the around 1% of the European
of the world acreage.
World acreage.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, that's indeed a small crop. But okay, if I take that crop, what are the benefits for a farmer of growing sorghum?
Yes, sorghum is a good complement for the other cereals. For the producers, mm-hmm. It can value low input conditions with a good adaptability. Mm-hmm. For the consumers, it has high advantages with fair image and societal image. So then the sorghum provide also good outlets and solutions for feed, for food, even for bioenergy, with a consistent demand for Asia for export.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you say it can grow in marginal conditions, so that probably also means that for drought conditions, where there is less water in the soil, sorghum could be a solution.
Yes, well, for sure. When we talk about low inputs, I talk about global inputs, or it is water, or it is fertilizer, or it is all the different conditions. So it is in the portfolio of the cereals, sorghum can be an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. So then it seems to fit very well also with the changing climate. and the farm to fork goals.
Yeah, for sure. And so we are, this is what we said. As a seed company, we have the solution. So only let us provide the solution to the market.
Yeah. So at Lidea, you do some breeding at Sorghum?
Yes, for sure. And I am a chairman for Euroseeds, which is one of the main breeding companies.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I really hope the crop can grow. Seems like a fantastic addition to the collection that a farmer can put in his fields. You are now the new chairman of this Euroseeds section. What would you say are going to be the main action items in the future?
As a seed company, our mission is to provide high quality seeds for the consumer and for the producer. In fact, we are ready to tackle all the challenges, starting by the basic one. Basic one, I mean the food security, food sovereignty, food security. But also with the new ones we mentioned about climate neutrality, carbon reduction, farm to fork, organic farming, and so on. Mm-hmm. I would put, in fact, the three priorities. First of all, visibility. It's important for all the sector to have visibility in the long term. Yeah. Secondly, transparency. And then this freedom to offer the solution we have in mind on reasonable timing. Concerning the section, I think several items have already been well addressed. They will stay on the top of the list. We have the seed law, we have the PBI, the plant breeding innovation. Sure. For sure, we have the seed treatment, we have the market overview, and the market issues. So these are challenging items, but I think it's accessible with a collective approach at the level of Euroseeds with the help of the national associations.
Mm-hmm. Well, great. Some excellent goals there. Good luck with that, Jacques. Thank you so much for your interview.
Thank you.